just realized you're wearing a Mr. Kennedy shirt.
Hello, everybody.
You're like
Hello,
the only
Sean,
human being, I
if you're
think.
still here.
Sean? Was he in the Q&A over there?
Yeah, my boss, Sean.
Oh, that's Sean.
It's muddy in here. Sup, Mud?
Like the Muddy Mudskipper show?
Yeah, something like
It's
that.
the Muddy Mud Skipper show.
Nobody knows what
I'm
we're
almost out
talking
of
about.
wine. That makes me sad.
I think you'll be okay.
All right.
So this is the pre-show, which is starting at 7:49 because Andy got busy doing podcast-related things and kind of forgot about shit.
Things to help the podcast. I'm here to make the show better.
We're trying to.
So here are the questions, real quick. I think I've got them all, but just if you think of anything else, let me know real quick, and I'll put it on there.
For those of you who are watching on YouTube, this is Andy's pet project at the moment.
This is my pet project. Trying to do everything to help the podcast. Question 1: what method do you listen to the show? Download through iTunes, listen through Stitcher, listen through Podomatic. Okay, does that sound good?
Have it beamed directly into my brain from a satellite.
There could be that. 2: how did you find the show? And then there's a fill in the blank. 3.
Rosetta Stone.
3.
Not the actual Rosetta Stone, the computer program. That was one of the sentences I had to translate.
Nice. 3. How long have you been listening to the show? Either I'm new to the show, the last few months, I started before that Andy guy showed up, or from day one, bitches. The next one is, given the amount of time you spend listening to podcasts, what would be your ideal amount of time to listen to listening to the rundown? I'm going to reword that slightly. Less than an hour, around an hour, 2 hours is okay, and then feed me more.
12 hours.
Can you imagine doing a 12-hour? Anyway, the next one says, how much of the show do you typically listen to? So I think that's an interesting point. The whole damn show. I usually stop.
Maybe?
I usually stop before the plugs, about half, only partway through the rewind, or just a few minutes. And then
and if it's D, why the fuck are you even here?
Why are you listening to this? Why are you taking this survey? The next one says, below are the normal rundown segments. Choose all of the segments that you enjoy listening to. I got the fake sponsor, listener numbers, rundown rewind, listener mail, rundown showdown, dear WWE, trivia / games, mark out, rank out, news, plugs, and then the same question, same answer, or same options for the different question. Below are the normal rundown segments. Choose all the segments that you either do not enjoy or want to see modified. And then the next question that follows is, please list any changes you want to see to the existing segments below. Next question is, please list.
Don't you like us?
Please. Next it says, please list any segment ideas that you have, any new segment ideas you have for the show below.
Okay.
That's going to get some interesting responses, I bet. and then the next one is, what wrestling programs are you interested in hearing us discuss? Check all that apply, and then I had all those. And then, is there any other questions you think we can have to round out or finish up the survey?
Nobody answered my post the other day where I asked if I started an Indiegogo campaign to get a new computer, would anybody contribute to it? Nobody answered.
Okay, that's an interesting question. Like, how about like if we? Okay, let's add that last question. If the rundown started a Kickstarter, or
well, it'd probably not be a Kickstarter,
or Indiegogo.
If you don't hit the goal, you don't get any fuck money.
Right. How does Indiegogo written? Indie Space Go-Go?
I think, well, it's a website, so I think it's all one. Indiegogo.com.
Kickstarter, Indiegogo campaign, or I guess you call them campaigns?
Just say crowdfund. Crowdfunding. If we
Crowdfund.
started a crowdfunding campaign,
would you likely
pony up, bitches?
Contribute?
It'll count towards official listenerhood.
Multiple choice. Yes.
No. Go fuck yourself.
Or how about only if there's cool backer rule.
I can't afford swag.
I could possibly afford swag.
I have been thinking about T-shirts.
Really? I think that'd be a neat. I think we've got enough. We've got enough like gimmicks and like quotes and catchphrases that we could probably figure something out. Hang on, I gotta let the cat out. She's freaking out.
Welcome to the Nuts and Bolts, fans. Welcome to the behind the scenes.
It's kind of cool, actually.
What is Michael Deal saying on our Facebook page? So this is what happens usually when the cameras are off as we start talking about it. This is like
we talk about okay.
This is like business shit. We haven't done like business shit. I've never done business shit for this podcast. We did used to have a movie review segment where one of the former co-hosts would watch
WWE films.
Yeah, or other wrestling related. So because I was just talking about hi Mike, thanks for watching. Answered my post on the Facebook page about if I started a GoFundMe or whatnot.
Yeah.
He said no, and I'm answering since you just complained. No one answered. So,
nice.
Thanks for that. You bag of dicks.
Nice. I forgot what I was gonna say. Lost it. I watched The Chaperone the other day, last weekend.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I actually kind of enjoyed it.
Should we start the show now?
Yeah, let's
5 till 8.
Let's start the show. Well, no, 5 till 7. Look at my house.
Time.
Look, there's sun. You have sun, but maybe for like 5 more minutes.
It might rain soon. Anyway.
Yeah, we had.
I'm hoping it does because I want to see it fucking downpour.
Nice.
Anywho.
Should we start?
Let's do episode 163.
Oh, 163. Awesome.
In.
Sorry.
Pre-show audience, this is what wine does. This is going to be an interesting
No,
episode.
I need more. God damn, I only had like 3/5 of the bottle.
3, 2, 1. Record. This week's episode of The Rundown is brought to you by Stephanie McMahon's Dog Breeding Service. Rest assured that your puppies have a halfway decent pedigree with Stephanie McMahon's Dog Breeding Service. It's being reported this week that Scott Hall drew some ire from people at a Phoenix autograph convention when he refused to sign a birthday card for a 6-year-old with terminal cancer.
Oh.
This is being considered particularly heinous because considering how much help he's gotten from fans in overcoming his own demons.
Oh.
Oh fuck, Scott.
Yeah, what the hell? Like did the kid just not pay enough? Did he not have the official forms from Make-A-Wish? Like what was the deal?
Not. Apparently.
Aw. Whatever happened to your Make-A-Wish?
I never got to Make-A-Wish because I was too old when I had cancer.
That's depressing.
You gotta be a kid.
just turn heel for me, John. please, John. I got 3 days to live, and
my right leg has suddenly become 70% shorter than my left leg, John.
It's the weirdest condition. It's really kind of fatal. Please turn heel for me.
Let's get to the rundown.
Okay.
Is it a nice bag of dicks? Well, it depends on your taste in dicks, Mike. Sean says it's not showing Andy when he talks. What the fuck is going on?
Click my name and then unclick it and see if that does it.
And then I unclicked it.
See, am I talking? Am I showing up? No.
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that.
You've got to look at your mug all this time.
No, it's very disappointing.
Adamcast.
What's going on with that? I'm trying to fix it, but I don't know what the problem is. There's a big thing at the beginning that said, new Google Hangout, click to allow your camera, and now it's just not doing what it's supposed to. So, anyway, more overbearing than Hulk Hogan as a father.
Oh!
It's episode 163 of The Rundown. My name is Adam. I'm your host, and it is Wednesday, August 6th, 2014. Joining me this week, as always, the man who pinned Harvey Whippleman to win the WWF Women's Championship in 1997. Andy is here.
But Hogan knows best. I'm so confused. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you actually acknowledging my win against Harvey Whippleman. I am a proud former holder of the women's title. Very proud.
I don't know why that's not working, and it's bothering me. So, Sean, you're not the only one who's bothered by that. I don't know why.
Sorry, folks, you cannot see my pretty face this podcast if you're watching live, so there's no reason to watch live. Just listen to it on the...
keep clicking on you.
Okay. Well, that's awful nice of you. Hey, before we get to the numbers, I just want us to drop a little bit of information on my pet project right now. By the time of this episode's air, or if Adam is feeling really anxious and gets it out tonight, the next day, there will be a link somewhere on the Facebook as well as the Twitter, and probably on the blog as well, to take a survey. We want to kind of get some feedback from you, the listeners, and it's not your typical, please email us some comments. It's just kind of a quick, you go to the link, kind of like the Rundown Showdown. There's like maybe half a dozen questions, and you just kind of click your answers. Those will help us hopefully make this podcast what you expect and want it to be. So if you would take the time once that's there, we'll spam that for a couple weeks. We'll run it for maybe about a month or so, and then we'll take all of your feedback into consideration.
Yes, indeed. Something like that. I thought you were going to talk about your other pet project, but that's
okay. Oh, well, there's that, too. I could talk about that, but I'm going to wait.
We'll get to that later.
All right.
Speaking of numbers, on Facebook, we have 433 likes on Facebook.
Yeah. Moving to that 500.
Up 2
riding
from
that
last week.
Facebook dong.
On Twitter, we are up 3 to 109.
Wow.
So there's
moving to that 200.
Slowly but surely. And there is no change to the official listener. Troy Bozen holds on to his title because nobody donated this week, and that makes
the reigning champion of the world.
Yes. He is the master. He is the ruler of the world.
Indeed.
Which brings us to the Rundown Rewind.
Oh, never mind. I was going to say Sean's comment on the sign real quick. Sean says, men aren't allowed to win the women's championship, except for China.
Bum, bum, womp, womp. She has a penis.
Let's move on to the Rewind, shall we? I guess that's me, right?
You get to open and close the Rewind this week.
Oh, there's a lot of pressure right here. NXT, we open this week's program with none other than Tyler Breeze. Tonight, he takes on a geekless Angelo Dawkins. Beauty Shot makes short work of Dawkins. After the match, Breeze tosses Dawkins outside and grabs a mic. He didn't plan on coming out here tonight to have a match. He wanted to show the NXT audience the replay from last week and his interrupting Neville. Well, kinda. Apparently, that wasn't what he wanted to show either. Guess what he wanted to do was give us some monumental news, Adam.
Monumental.
His music video has been submitted for an Oscar. Yes. Not sure how that works, but the fans are appreciative, chanting, "Thank you, Tyler." We're about to be treated to the music video that I am in the background as a dancer. If you have not seen, you have to look really closely, though, Adam. If you blink, you'll miss it. But we're not treated to that. Instead, we are interrupted by NXT champion Adrian Neville. Neville wants to know when he's going to defend his title against Breeze. Breeze makes a Hobbit joke at Neville's expense. Sorry, I was thinking about Bull Dempsey. And Neville retorts about a Snapchat that he recently got from Breeze's mum. Neville takes it to Breeze, which causes him to quickly retreat.
Was it a naked selfie?
It was talking about, he said something along the lines of, I got a Snapchat from your mom the other day, and she's not the only one who likes to take, or you're not the only one in the family who likes.
I don't know why my Adrian Neville impression sounds kind of like Ringo Starr or Paul McCartney. You're not the only one who likes to take selfies.
That's totally not even close.
It's not even. It's not.
Just go the Bad News Barrett route. You're going to be a lot closer. I'm afraid your mom sent me a Snapchat. And
you're not the only member of the Breeze family who likes to take selfies.
Later tonight, Adam Rose is back at Full Sail. That was quick.
Yeah.
Natalya is backstage and is asked for some reason about Adam Rose's return. Natty's husband arrives to spoil the fun, calling Rose nothing more than a circus clown without the face paint. Natty says that he's being a lemon, and Tyson responds with my sentiment of, why are you even being asked about something that has nothing to do with you? A challenge is made versus Rose tonight. That was my exact thought. Up next, it's Charlotte versus Becky Lynch, who apparently is taking Seth Rollins' old NXT gimmick.
Hey, she stopped dancing.
She danced. So she was doing a different dance. She was kind of thrashing, kind of like Seth used to do. Charlotte picks up the victory after a pretty good match overall. Mojo is hyped backstage. He wants to get hyped with JoJo, form a tag team named Mojo Jojo, which I like, actually. But Bill Dempsey and his low singlet appears to suggest a tag team with Mojo. Interesting tag team. More on that later. Seems like you want to say something.
No, I'm just bored with Mojo Raw.
I love Mojo. He's hyped. I can't help but be hyped. I just want to like rip off my shirt into a keg stand every time he's on the TV. I swear to God. Stop imagining that. The Ascension stands tall as your champion still, and tonight they take on Cutler and Miles, or as I will call them, Blue Trunks number 1 and Blue Trunks number 2. Next week begins the tag team tournament for the number 1 contendership to their titles. We'll see who will win and not win that championship tournament, and then knock off the tag team champions, because I feel that's a setup for it. Fall of Man ends the night for Blue Trunks number 2. After the match, they speak for what I believe to be the first time ever on the microphone. Their opponents after the tournament is over will face Total Annihilation.
What was that?
And that was a little odd, is what that was. That was really odd.
You added about 3 extra syllables to the word annihilation.
He really did.
Very strange.
It was very strange. CJ Parker reminds us that we're destroying our planet, and then we get a recap of Parker and Woods. Up next, Hyped Bull takes on the Mechanics. I bet you can't guess what their gimmick is. They look at each match as a job that needs to be done the best way possible.
Job, yeah.
Yeah. The commentators compare Mojo and Bull to a steak and peanut butter together, which I absolutely would eat, by the way. I love peanut butter, and I would totally try that. I've had peanut butter on a hamburger, and it's amazing. Have you not had that? Because if you haven't, you should make a hamburger and put peanut butter on it, because it's amazing. Anyway, speaking of the Mechanics, back to them. I like their actual style. Their work in the ring. They work quickly, toughly, and pick them apart by fixating on a body part. Very old school to me. Sadly, however, the Bulldozer puts an end to the Mechanics' workday. Yeah, you like that little pun?
It's kind of ironic if you think about it.
He really is, in all honesty. Bayley talks awkwardly about her desire to face Charlotte. Speaking of which, Charlotte appears to call Bayley adorable, but then calls her genetically inferior and tells her to never utter the name of Charlotte ever again. Main event time, Kid accompanied by Natalya takes on Adam Rose accompanied by the Exotic Express. Rose offers Natty his lolly, and she sucks it down until Kid yanks it from her between her lips. The fans all chant no, and we have a wrestling match to attend to here. So competitive back and forth match leads to a reverse party foul into a slingshot against the middle rope and a running kick by Kid. Kid concerns himself with Rose's lolly and then gets rolled up for the 3 count. We're witness to more marital issues after the match, and then we go off the air to a Natty's better chant. And that's your NXT. Thoughts on NXT?
Not bad. Not bad. Spoiler alert. Tyler Breeze is going to cash in his number 1 contendership at TakeOver 2, but
when is TakeOver 2? I didn't miss that.
It's coming.
TakeOver 2. It will be here. All right, Adam, on your side of the world that is now dark and scary. Tell me all about SmackDown.
Shall we?
Let's do it. Let's do it. SmackDown away.
It's getting darker.
It's like
tomatoes.
It seems like a scene from my upcoming podcast.
Oh.
Shadow Vein. Follow Shadow at Shadow Vein Cast.
Shameless. Adam did a good job teaching Steph the pedigree. I did. I really did. She's a quick learner.
That's good. That's good. I'm confused, but all right, that works.
That's all right. You didn't watch Raw, so
I did.
That in a second. We open SmackDown with the opening montage. Not a lick of a recap or anything. Enter Jack Swagger. We go back to Raw for cheap heat pops and such. Enter Cesaro, whose siren has changed from an air raid to, I believe, that of a French police car.
Ha ha ha! I will get you! Ha ha ha!
I don't think that's what a French police car says.
Ha ha ha! Freeze! Ha ha! Apologies to our French listeners.
Cesaro eventually taps to the Patriot Lock, and then Rusev appears. Something Putin match at SummerSlam. Tonight, Jericho versus Rowan. If Jericho wins, Rowan is banned from ringside at SummerSlam. Backstage.
Wait,
what?
What about Harper? Just Rowan's?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Calm your cheeks.
Sorry, my cheeks are really excited right now.
It's all the wine. Backstage, Randy Orton is walking. He talks. Next.
Hey!
Enter Randy as promised. When we return, Orton complains about losing his shot to Brock Lesnar. Then we get a replay of the destruction of Roman Reigns. Randy makes Viper metaphors and threatens to poison Roman at SummerSlam. Then replay number 482 of Brie Bella quitting at Payback. Later tonight, a Raw recap.
Ho
When we come back, the WWE Rewind is Bo losing and his resultant shit fit. R-Truth is in the ring. His opponent is the Inspirational Dallas.
Yes!
Bo wants a handshake, but R-Truth goes to work. Bo gets disqualified when he refuses to release a hold in the ropes. Bo continues to beat the shit out of R-Truth, which just makes me a bigger fan of his. There's a remarkably loud "You suck" chant given the number of people on screen who aren't chanting. Dallas believes that Truth got exactly what was coming to him. Believing is a spiritual experience, and he knows that we all believe.
Now, Adam, are you veiling, hinting at, maybe postulating that the WWE pipes in responses so that way we want to believe and fit into their character ideas?
No. Yes.
Oh, okay, just making sure.
Backstage, AJ is skipping. She's up next.
Ooh.
When we come back, Rosa is already in the ring. Thanks to Divas.
Why?
Because of your favorite goddamn show.
I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to totally watch it, though.
Enter AJ. During her entrance, we get a recap of Paige calling her crazy. Did Rosa's tits get bigger, or is it just that awful outfit? Either way, she taps to the Black Widow after about 14 seconds.
Oh, God.
As AJ is leaving, Paige appears and shoves her off the stage, then repeatedly assures us she's fine. She's fine. Be careful with my best friend. That's my best friend.
That's awesome.
Backstage, Dean Ambrose talks about Hunter and the Authority. We come back from break to a replay of what happened before break, Goldfish. Then video of AJ being stretchered out, neck brace and all.
Yeah, Lord.
Enter Kane for a 2-on-1 handicap match. His partner is Seth Rollins against Dean Ambrose. We get another disqualification as Dean eventually goes all ape nuts and beats everyone up with a chair. Backstage, Renee is with Jericho. She sends us to a video of 2 weeks' worth of Jericho beatdowns. Everyone knows he can't beat the Wyatts 3-on-1. If he wins tonight, Rowan's banned at SummerSlam, and if he beats Harper on Monday, same deal, but we can't talk about that yet. Shh.
Ooh, shh. Secret time.
When we come back, the Dustbusters are weird. Falango's in the ring, dancing during all of this. Tonight, Falango gets beaten by Carmen Fernandiego. He is, once again, accompanied by Summer Lay. During their entrance, we go back to Raw for Falango getting gored in the balls. Fandango loses again because fuck it, that's why. We then get an awkward segue to Super Serious Cena from Raw.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Sorry, continue.
Sal says, WWE piping in responses. Don't believe it.
Oh, God.
Wait, you like Carmen Fernandiego?
I like that. I like that a lot.
That's when Fernando eventually comes back. That's definitely their team name now.
That's a great team name. I love it.
When we return, Alberto is in the ring. Miz is on commentary. He shakes Cole and JBL's hands and then applies hand sanitizer. Nice touch.
Oh, nice.
Del Rio is taking on Ziggler tonight. Miz eventually interrupts the proceedings to thank some more people and distract Dolph into the loss by tap out. Miz then reappears to gloat. Up next on SmackDown, crap from Raw. When we come back, an update on AJ. She's been taken to the WWE's favorite place.
A local medical facility?
Your local medical facility.
Awesome.
Then, the Raw Rebound, the main event chat segment from Raw involving Steph and Brie and their match at SummerSlam. Then a clip from WWE.com where Brie promises to have the happiest of lives if she beats Steph at SummerSlam, no matter what happens after that. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just... Sheep cut. Corpus Christi. We're here. Listen to those piped-in boos for the Wyatt family. Wyatt sits in the ring to ask Jericho why he keeps coming back. At SummerSlam, the only one who'll need saving is Chris. Ooh. They started calling the iPhone flashlights Bray's Fireflies.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's awesome. Okay.
That's a really cool reference. I like that.
We come back for Jericho's entrance in what may be a precedent-setting moment. Mike Chioda throws Harper out of the ringside area because he heard Harper grab Jericho's leg from the outside.
Now, I have complained a few times about referee inability to do stuff during matches. However, that's a little extreme.
Yeah.
That's a little much.
I heard that. You're out of here. You heard it? He grabbed his leg. How do you hear? Whatever.
Whatever.
Jericho once again puts a guy over while pinning him by taking a whooping from Eric Rowan and then managing to beat him with a codebreaker out of nowhere. Jericho taunts Bray from the ring. Bray makes like he's going to go for it, but then leaves. And that's your SmackDown.
Huh. Interesting. Sounded like it wasn't too bad.
Not bad.
Didn't seem like there was a lot of wrestling. Maybe it was just me. Maybe I don't know. A little light on it, maybe.
We open Raw with a recap of Roman getting destroyed last week. In the arena, enter the Authority. All 5 of them. Hunter tells us to buy the network to watch SummerSlam. Tonight, Seth had a great idea. A beat-the-clock challenge between Seth and Dean. And the winner gets to pick the stipulation for SummerSlam. Ambrose's challenger is Alberto Del Rio, and just to prove they're not playing favorites, Seth takes on RVD. The overkill on the pimpage of the network by Hunter during that segment was gorgeous.
A little too much.
No, it was too much on purpose, and it was actually really funny.
Really?
Randy promises to destroy Roman again at SummerSlam, and this brings out Roman. Hunter says Roman's going to have to wait until SummerSlam tonight. Maybe we'll actually get to see Roman versus Kane. Also, Last Man Standing. Also, that match is right now.
Yeah. Bring it.
Roman wins when Mike Chioda doesn't count after a Superman punch, so they can then play a couple of reversal games and Kane can get speared. Up next, a whole segment about the WWE title match at SummerSlam, since neither man's at Raw tonight. Type.
Sorry, I forgot a tagline. I just realized I forgot. Not that anyone could see it, but I totally forgot a tagline.
Mike says, "Wow, you're yawning during a recap. How did you make it through the real show?" Not just yawning at the idea of Brie versus Steph at SummerSlam. Does the stipulation cost $9.99? It very well might. It very
That's awesome.
well might. Sean says Steve Austin used to be really good at beat the clock matches. Side note: his nickname for Deborah was the Clock.
Oh, Sean. This is why we miss you on the show.
That's really good. Are you gonna recap SummerSlam, Sean? Let me know, because it's one of the big
you should,
pay-per-views.
if not. Oh my God, it's so dark and evil at your end of the world. Like mine looks so bright and sunshiny. Yours is like the scariest thing ever.
There's only one light in this room, and it's over there.
It's frightening.
So I need another light back there. Anyway.
Probably true. Continue.
When we come back, as promised, a special look to make up for the fact that neither of these guys could show up tonight. Hey, let's continue begging people to buy the network. Enter Damian Soonerdow when we come back. He garners cheap heat by wearing Sooners gear in Austin, Texas, or wherever the fuck they were. I think it's Austin. His opponent is Mark Henry, who Justin Roberts announces as though we didn't know who he was talking about as soon as he said Silsbee, Texas. Who the fuck else is from Silsbee, goddamn Texas?
I don't think anyone is.
Damian lasts about a minute. Backstage, Rosebuds and the mirror from Oculus. It, like the rest of this segment, is completely fucking pointless. Enter Dean Ambrose.
But it has Starbuck and Amy Pond.
Not in that cheap plug for the movie. It didn't.
Oh, well, that's sad.
Sean says, I'll recap SummerSlam for only $9.99. And Sal says, by the way, SummerSlam at my house. You heard it here, folks. Everyone pile in the car and get to Sal's house for SummerSlam. Each and every listener. I'll give you directions.
Yeah, that'll
later.
be a really long drive for me. Actually, I'll be at Gen Con, so that won't work.
Sandow stole JR's theme song. That's true. That he did. If you go to Gen Con, do you get an extra hour on the ball pit? Anyway!
Wrong con! This is actually a good con.
Next Monday on Raw, it's Hulk Hogan's birthday celebration. To think that man is only 106. We get a reminder of the stipulation here, then enter Alberto. Dirty Deeds pins Alberto at 15 minutes and 42 seconds. That's
Hey, Adam, was it done dirt cheap?
It might have been.
Okay. I was curious.
It was done with the other arm, though, because Alberto had been working on the left arm for the entire time. Anyway, we then go back to last week, but first, the 743rd replay of Steph getting bitch slapped at Payback.
Jesus fucking Christ, no one cares.
Halfway through the show, so we can hear half of the word bitch. Enter Cheap Pete.
Was it like itch?
No, it was bit.
Oh, okay. Because I think itch would have been funnier.
Yeah. Enter Cheap
Stephanie
Pete.
McMahon's feminine hygiene product. All right, so good.
Oh, and it's a flag match at SummerSlam. Hooray.
What does that mean?
I don't know, flag match. We'll find out at SummerSlam, I bet.
Put like the flags on the poles and you can hit people with it, or do you
Probably.
retrieve your flag or something?
Probably.
Because they probably don't want people hitting people with flags. That's probably not good.
Don't overspice
Marital strife. Quit! Stop fighting, Daddy, Mommy! Stop it!
We're not talking about NXT.
Are you gonna get a divorce?
We're not talking about NXT.
My friends got a divorce at school, and they said their parents never see each other again.
Stop talking.
Sorry.
When we come back, the WWE Rewind is Cesaro tapping out on SmackDown. Rusev's entire match against Sin Cara happened on the app, and still nobody cares. But that is an appropriate place for it. So
they put a whole match on the app?
Yeah, Sin Cara got destroyed again. So
wow. So did they replay any of that on Raw? Like, you missed this if you didn't have the app kind of thing?
Pretty much. Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Something, Putin, something. She attempts to sing President Obama happy birthday in Russian. She actually manages to finish before Swagger comes out.
Wow.
Zeb says Jack Swagger's fighting for 3 stock photographs. Okay, 2 stock photos and a photo from Tribute to the Troops. Anyway.
Wait, what?
They were on the Titantron. It was a picture of a guy with a 2x4 and a hard hat, and another picture of a lady doctor.
Wait, like Jim Duggan?
Sadly, no.
Oh, because I'm fighting for that guy. Ah!
Rusev attacks Swagger with his flag. They pretend like they're going to attack Zeb, but they don't. On the side, Sean chimes in with, they were going to hire Hulk's favorite sex partner to jump out of a cake for his birthday next week, but Brooke is busy that night.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Bubba the Love Sponge's wife or whatever.
When we come back, the WWE Network finally goes international on August 12th. For all the details, go to WWE.com.
Maybe they can make up some of their debt.
$9.99. Cesaro is in the ring, as is Ziggler, because we shouldn't care about them.
Hey, how many pesos is that, by the way? Is that like 15,000 pesos?
Proving just how far he's fallen, Dolph pins Cesaro clean in about 2 minutes.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's good for Dolph.
Miz enters the ring and taunts Ziggler with the belt. Ziggler almost super kicks him, but Miz dives out of the way. Back to SmackDown for Paige, shoving AJ off the stage. Backstage, Tom is with Paige. She wishes her best friend a speedy recovery so they can fight at SummerSlam. Up next!
Only if they have a good match for once.
The Dustbusters.
Yeah.
When we come back, Rybass Hull are in the ring for their 83rd match against the Dustbusters. Star pins Axel after a new maneuver that I don't remember what happened, so I can't describe it anymore.
It's
in the office.
It's like they have no tag teams to wrestle or something. It's very odd. It's weird how NXT comes up with tag teams. You know, you got Blue Trunks and Blue Trunks, and Glorbin and Florbin and Blurbin and Georbin and...
In the office, Steph and Hunter are going over, presumably, a contract for SummerSlam, when Kane enters and hands off his mask. Again. Because why not? When we come back from break, a replay of what happened before break, Goldfish. Then, we go to the Slam of the Week. Weird. It's
just
Jericho.
Kane giving up his mask?
What's that?
Just Kane giving up his mask?
Yeah. It's Jericho beating Harper on SmackDown. Bray appears and gets Harper disqualified. He thumbs Jericho in the throat and sisters his Abigail.
That sounds painful.
Which means, of course, Harper lost, so it's just one-on-one now.
Yeah.
When we come back, another recap of Paige attacking AJ. AJ returns tomorrow night on Main Event.
Nice.
Enter the bullshit crew. Something tells me Fandango's about to lose again. Fandango enters, accompanied by Hornswoggle.
Wait, what?
Because what this feud needed was midget horseshit.
Okay. Well, for one, little person. Two, why is the little person out there with Fandango? Like, what was the reasoning? Was there any reasoning? Did they give any reasoning, or was it just kind of like he's being accompanied by him now for no reason?
Some are lay, then steal Hornswoggle.
What? Like an abduction? There was a live abduction?
No, more of a seduction. It's gross.
Oh.
Anyways, JBL tries to throw it to a commercial that's not there.
I saw a porno once like that, but anyway, sorry, couldn't continue.
JBL tries to throw it to a commercial that's not there. Instead, we go back to Renee Young and Randy Orton. Randy doesn't give a shit about her footage. He replays his recap of beating the shit out of Roman, which they magically had available when we were supposed to go to whatever Renee was going to show us. Anyway, enter the inspirational Bo Dallas.
That porno was named Two Women and Half a Man. It was a kind of a weird parody of Two and a Half Men. It was very bizarre. It was very, very bizarre. Anyway, continue on.
Time for Truth versus Dallas 24. Bo rolls up Truth with a handful of jeans to go 18-2 and Bo!
How do you get a handful of jeans? That seems really more difficult to do.
He had the waistband,
Okay. That makes sense, I suppose.
Truth then beats Dallas up for cheating, but Bo gets the last laugh, so all is well.
Wait, did you say like 18 and Bo?
18-2 and Bo.
Oh, okay. I was gotcha. That's awesome.
I'm hoping he starts using that on TV.
That's he should totally use that. Like, I've got 0 draws.
We come back for more network begging. Thankfully, Bray interrupts this malarkey. He may be entering the match at SummerSlam without his brothers, but he never enters alone. He has Abigail at his side.
Oh, that's cryptic.
Tonight,
That's creepy.
on the network.
Wait! They have a network?
You can watch Brock versus Cena from Extreme Rules 2012.
Oh.
We then get a replay of Brock Cena.
Do that. You said to load up that pay-per-view. Just saying.
We then get a replay of the Brock Cena build video from before, just so we forget that neither of them are here tonight. Enter RVD for Seth's Beat the Clock match. Sean says, I just ordered the Satan Worship Network for only $6.66.
Oh, Sean.
Enter Seth when we return. Justin announces that RVD won't be Seth's opponent. Instead, it's Heath Slater. Dean appears to be a general distraction. He steals the briefcase. This was gorgeous, by the way, if you haven't seen this. He steals the briefcase.
Okay.
Opens it up, tears the contract into 4 pieces, and throws them on the ground. Which makes me wonder if he's not the Money in the Bank anymore because the contract got torn up. Anyway. So he steals the briefcase, tears up the contract. He then fills the briefcase with soda and popcorn.
Nice.
And JBL's hat.
Wait, he fills it with JBL's hat, or he fills the hat up as well with
No, he shoved the hat in the briefcase.
Oh, okay.
Then the announcers dove out of the way as he stood on the table and held it over his head, and it dripped soda all over them.
Oh, that's disgusting. You're never going to clean that up.
The distraction is finally enough, and Heath schoolboys Seth and pins him for 3.
That Heath Slater's getting a fuck of a push.
Let me repeat that. Heath Slater pinned Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
In the main event of Monday Night Raw.
Wait, that was the main event?
That was the last match on the show.
Hey. Heath Slater won the main event of Raw.
Right?
That is insane. I gotta go back and watch that bullshit.
Out of curiosity,
Uh-huh.
why is Heath Slater still using the 3-man band theme song?
I don't know, because WWE people in the truck, they probably lost the original track.
It's on iTunes. They can buy it for $1.29.
Well, they don't want to have to pay $1.29. That's too much to pay. They've got budget cuts here.
Up next, another main event chat segment involving Brie Bella and Stephanie McMahon.
Oh, we're closing with that?
Yup.
Oh, fuck.
We come back for the announcement that Dean will reveal his stipulation choice this Friday on SmackDown. Then another ad for the network showing of the match from Extreme Rules 2012. Enter Steph for the contract signing, blah, blah. Hunter eventually traps Brie in the corner with the table, and Steph pedigrees Nikki. Brie slaps Hunter, so Steph smashes her face off the table and pedigrees her too. Hooray!
Nice.
Hunter and Steph then make out.
Okay. Whoa, that's weird. But question 1, was it a good pedigree at least?
Yeah, halfway decent pedigree.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you think that leads to question number 2, which will obviously be answered when we get to the recap down the line later, which isn't tonight, right? It's much later. Or is it tonight?
What? What?
Are we doing the review or the predictions?
Predictions are next week.
Oh, next week. Okay. But whenever we get to that, question is, do you think this will actually be a wrestling match between the two? Do you think they're gonna actually fight?
It's gonna be a
Are
fight.
they wrestle?
It's gonna be a
Or is it gonna be
fight.
a brawl, like a cat fight?
Yeah, it's a half and half thing.
Okay.
There might be some, and I'm using this term loosely because it's a Divas match, wrestling moves.
Well, I would even call it a Divas match because if you look at the two competitors, neither of them are really technically wrestlers at all.
But
On the
divas.
side, Sean says.
By the way,
Yes.
Brock versus Cena from Extreme Rules 2012 is next on the WWE Network for only $9.99 a month.
Oh!
All right.
Speaking of the network, Sean says Stephanie versus Brie is going to main event SummerSlam. That's worth $9.99 a month. Ain't tit? That is true.
If that main event
If
SummerSlam,
that's the main event,
if that
I'll
main
be so
event
pissed.
SummerSlam, I am canceling your network subscription for you.
Thank you very much.
Can
Sal,
anyone
then-
tell me why Steph and Brie Bella ended the show 2 weeks in a row? Is that what we've come to? God, I don't know. buddy.
Apparently it has,
I
Sal.
don't
Apparently it
know.
has.
I don't know. Which brings us to the bookend of our rewind segment.
Sorry, I had to get the mask in the shot there.
Main event.
All right, so
WWE Network. For
speaking of the network,
$9.99 a month.
speaking of the network that you speak of that apparently exists, let's go to main event. And speaking of the network, I actually watched this. I randomly did the review during the event, but I did use the option because WWE Network, if you don't have it, which you don't, if you don't, go get it. It's only $9.99 a month with a 6-month commitment. The network has an option. If you miss the start of a show, you can click either watch from where it's at currently, or go back to the beginning. So I was like, well, I missed like a half an hour for $9.99 a month. I better go back to the beginning. So I chose the start from beginning option.
Right.
And instead of starting me at the beginning of main event, it starts me in the middle of this random documentary about the Road Warriors. So I had to spend about 10 minutes fast forwarding because I didn't know exactly where it would start through a weird segment like rewinding some. I can't remember what the rewind was. There was a segment about I want to say it was William Regal and his iguana, all kinds of weirdness until I eventually got to the beginning of WWE main event. Go Network. So anyway, we start the main event with the introduction of Alberto Del Rio, my favorite Mexican superstar. He is swinging his native flag. Is he taking on Rusev tonight? It seems like a setup to take on Rusev tonight. Well, aside from the fact that they mentioned that main event is taking place in America's dumping ground of Texas, I guess it kind of makes sense why he brought out the old Mexican flag.
Yeah.
It's okay. My sister lives there. I'm allowed to call it a dumping ground. Apologies for any Texas listeners. Tonight, Del Rio speaks to his countrymen in Spanish. And, you know, Adam, I'm a little rusty on my Spanish, but...
he was so happy to announce that, too.
He really was, and I am a little rusty. I took 4 years of Spanish, in high school. But I'm pretty sure I can translate what it says. He says, I am Alberto Del Rio. I am Mexican. I am probably going to be squashed once again, but this time by Jack Swagger. And he's absolutely right, by the way. He must have been talking to Psychic Renee Young. So.
Where is the bathroom?
¿Dónde está el baño?
$9.99 a month.
Estoy un gato en mis pantalones.
Me gusta la caliente gato agua.
Yes. Uncle Zeb comes out and makes fun of Alberto's speaking Spanish, and now I'm officially confused. Who's the heel? Who's the face?
Yeah, that was bizarre.
I'm really confused. And while I'm sitting here,
that was fucked up.
Yeah, and while I'm sitting completely confused, I do notice a sign that says "Pin me Roman Reigns," so I just give up on the whole fucking segment.
Gross.
Gross. Rio challenges Swagger tonight, but not now. Apparently they're gonna wait to have that match.
I want to point out one thing on the side here.
Uh-huh.
Mike Deal says, "I'll pay you two $9.99 a month to stop saying $9.99 a month."
I'll try, but I can't make any promises. You know what?
Mike Deal,
you know what I will say?
I am going to take you up on that because if you pay me $9.99 a month, then that makes my.
Do you know what $9.99 a month?
Oh, see, you've already wrecked it because you already said it.
It could buy you 5 versions of this chat book, Chasing Distant Horizons, for $1.99 a month at tinyurl.com/Distant Horizons, or just get on the old Amazon, Kindle, whatever store. Go to Amazon.com. Type in Chasing Distant Horizons. You'll find it.
We got
It's
to clear up.
amazing.
We got to clear up.
Let's clear up the side. It's really cluttered.
Sean, I clicked the wrong one here. I was trying to click Mike, so I'm gonna click another one here. Sean says, "What's your favorite show on the network?" Mine is Legends of Wrestling, or as it should be called, Old Fuck Blabfest. And Sal responds, "My favorite show is This Week in WWE. I love seeing 50 to 60 replays of what I've already seen 30 replays of on Raw."
Nicely played, Sal.
Mike, I'll pay you to etc. to stop saying etc. etc. But seriously, I will definitely take you up on that because that's exactly how much it costs to host this podcast on Podomatic. So if you want to pay for that, that'd be awesome. And then Sal chimes in, the sheep mask is creeping up on Andy.
Ah! Sorry.
Run.
I didn't even notice it there.
Run.
I can't run. I'm seated right now. But I plan to run after this if there's still sunlight. Which there won't be. There won't be sunlight. What am I talking? Where was I at? Before the main event, though, we get a recap of the whole Stephanie Bella thing. Great.
Yay!
Maybe my network will glitch again and put on a good show instead. I skipped past that quickly to Slater Gator, a.k.a. Black and Roll, and they are in the ring. Slater is excited and shows what happened on Raw in his win over Seth Rollins. Slater gets choked up on the mic and attempts to get hashtag SlaterGator trending on Twitter. Adam, are you ready to expand your mind?
Blow me away.
Oh, because tonight, Black and Roll takes on Black and Gold. That's right, the Dustbusters are in action, and as normal, they are very, very odd. A good match ends with Slater once again winning. Winning. With
Sean brought up a very
on
interesting question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the Cosmic Key
Yeah.
is the WWE Tag Team Championship?
Probably. But, I don't know. I mean, if it's a Cosmic Key, my mind is blown.
They're introducing new belts after SummerSlam. I can only hope they get rid of that.
I just thought it was anal beads. That's
penny
what I thought.
belts.
Anywho, good man. We already talked about that. My God, the Wendy's chick is getting a push. I have to admit, though, I do love the enthusiasm of Slater, combined with Titus's inability to put up with this shit. Like that is gold. That is amazing. They're working very well together. He even jumps on his back at the end and like tries to piggyback, and Titus is not having none of that bullshit. Anyway, as we talked about, where I did the Raw recap, I didn't watch Raw, but we get a recap of the Stephanie Bree shit, so again, I just get past it. AJ apparently returns, as you mentioned before, and before you mentioned, I didn't even know she left, but anyway, she is live tonight on Main Event. Speaking of divas, Summer Rae is dancing around the ring when we return from a Brock Lesnar growling segment. I had a weird nightmare last night, Adam, about...
Did it involve Brock Lesnar?
It did. No, it seriously did. Like, I was at a wrestling event, and I was hanging out with Triple H and Shawn Michaels, because, you know, we're best friends.
You and Seth Rollins.
Yeah, and Seth Rollins.
Seth
I'm
Rollins
sure he was
got you into the Authority.
I'm sure he was there, too. And Brock Lesnar kept showing up and, like, murdering people. And it was, like, the scary... I think what it was I watched Main Event really late. Well, I guess not that late, but I guess I late enough. And I just remember the promo of him being like all red. And I remember him being like all bloody in my dream, so it was really weird. Anywho, this is going to be like, I wish you have a dream segment, like Andy's Wrestling Dream segment. That'd be amazing. Anyway.
Bloody in My Dreams is the name of my My Chemical Romance cover band.
That's awesome. Tonight, Summer Rae takes on Divas champion AJ Lee. Shortly into the match, AJ tries out her best Daniel Bryan impression, and Summer takes advantage of her head and neck in a few wrestling grapples. Summer taps AJ's twat to the Black Widow.
Yeah. That was a thing.
I'm sure there were a few underage boys who
was spanking her from the front.
Reamed themselves for that one.
Did Andy's nightmare also involve blood, urine, and vomit?
Just a little bit of each.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you. After the match, AJ tells a fairy tale about the evil witch Paige. Cue Paige's music and some return banter. I'm hoping their match at SummerSlam is actually leagues better than their last one. Paige respects and loves AJ, and after she wins the title back, they're gonna be best friends.
Besties.
We get the Cena Lesnar hype video. Blah blah blah. Nightmares.
Hashtag blood. Hashtag urine. Hashtag vomit.
Main event time.
Which is not as good as the first one. Because nothing ever beats Brock Lesnar saying, "Isn't that his running down your leg?" Piss.
Hashtag piss. With main event time, we got a good rekindling of an old rivalry here. The match is actually pretty competitive. It would be a shame if Rusev came to broke it up somehow. And actually, it doesn't happen. I really expect it to happen, but it doesn't. Swagger reverses a cross arm breaker into an ankle lock. Del Rio gets out, goes for an enziguri, but Swagger catches his kick and turns it into the Patriot Lock. Match actually ends with a clean win with Del Rio tapping at the end, and that is your main event. Sal on the side says, Brockonitis, fear of Brock Lesnar killing people in your dreams. Cure, take an advocate pill and call out every syllable you speak. That is true. Brock Lesnar.
Sleep. Conquer. Repeat.
Take a drink, everyone. Take a drink. If you remember Josh's drinking game. Or if you remember Josh, one of the two. All right.
Yeah. Oh, Josh.
Oh.
Josh.
Love you, Josh.
Clink, clink.
Troy on the side says, let's
Hey,
do
Troy's here.
this.
Our official listener, everyone.
Our official listener. Thank you for joining us, Troy. We missed you very much. Adam, we are 44 minutes into the cast. I feel like that is the length of our last cast. So let's get into the rundown show.
Nope.
No. You were male?
Yes.
I'm learning.
Listener mail.
Every time I get it
Yes.
wrong, Adam actually shocks me. He's got like he's got this like wire set up to my testicles to a car battery, and he just sends
I'm
a
the
slight-
Kane. I am the Kane to your Shane McMahon.
You really are. Sean, before we get started on the side, says Sean is getting Domino's. He's away, so hi. That must
Hi,
be
ghost
that
of
must be
Sean.
his very nice girlfriend who thinks
No.
I'm an attractive man.
I think that's his ghost.
That must be.
Ghost of Sean. Shall we do listener mail?
Now, I before you do, I do want to comment one last little thing.
Okay.
When Sean is getting Domino's, we probably won't see him for the rest of the show because he's going to have the shits for the rest of the episode. Continue.
Go, Sal got you there.
I don't see it.
That's a pun. That's a
I don't even
wrestling.
see it. I don't
That's
see it
a
on-
wrestling poop pun. Sal says, is Sean getting deuces too?
No, Sean will get some loose deuces here coming soon.
Can
He's
we
going to get
move
some
on now?
traces, catorces.
Can
He's
we
just going
move
to have
on now?
one continuous Uno running through his bowels. All right, so
Will
yeah, let's
you
move
shut
on.
the fuck up now?
Sorry, let's move on. So listener mail. Let's do this.
Hey, yo, this is Tommy Maltasanti,
Yes.
the Rundown's residential quintessential stud muffin.
Yeah.
This week, I'm here to try to sell you guys some shit to try to recoup my hair gel supply that I lost during the tornado. So here's the deal. This week and this week only, you can get a signed picture of Paulie D from the Jersey Shore for only $9.99. But wait, there's more. You can get a signed picture of Snooki from the Jersey Shore for only $9.99. And you can get a signed picture of the man himself, Robert De Niro, for only $9.99. Now, I don't know if the signatures are authentic. That's not for me to decide. That's for you guys. But this week and this week only, you get all my shit for $9.99 so I can get my freaking hair gel back. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
How fitting that he said $9.99 about 10 times during that segment right there. Oh, my favorite human being alive.
You'd think that was planned.
Oh my God, love it, absolutely love it.
Thank you, Tommy.
Uh,
Maltasanti.
so are we gonna get a? Is it Snooki's face or is it like her snatch, like Snooki snatch? It's like Scooby snacks. Anyway, do we have any more listener mail?
Gross. No.
Okay.
Which brings us to...
Well, it brings us to Mike's comment on the side. He says, your listener ruined your
No.
chance of me giving you $9.99.
That was not the deal. The deal was that the two of us didn't say it anymore.
Clever. Very clever.
The deal said nothing about listener mail, son.
Oh, that's so clever.
All right.
Adam,
Showdown.
shall we? Let's do it. I forgot to vote, and if we lose by if Sean loses by 1 vote and ruins my whole thing, my whole shtick, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Here we go. So Shawn Michaels versus Edge. Here are the comments.
People are gonna vote for Edge just to spite me. I have a feeling.
I just want Edge to get at least 1 vote. I went with Edge because I just wanted him to get 1 vote.
Oh no! Oh no, Sean!
I think I know you. I reckon my Mikers. Which sounds like that's probably Vinny, because that's a little joke we have. Because he's the winner of the whole showdown, which I would have thought was you, but apparently was not you.
I didn't vote.
Now is our chance to finally get rid of more of the clique. We should all band together to get rid of HB Shizzle. And because I'm watching Edge versus Undertaker Backlash 08, and I want to give Shawn Michaels some competition, so Edge.
Oh. Oh no, those are all the comments, aren't they?
By a margin.
Oh, fuck you. God damn it! You've ruined my shtick now.
This is your own fault there, son. 71 to 29. 71 to 29. Moving on to the finals. The finals
Ooh.
of the Rundown Showdown.
I don't even care about the Rundown Show anymore.
You're a sore loser.
I am a sore loser.
Edge moves on.
You've seen what happens when
You
you play Scrabble.
spent the entire thing complaining that Shawn Michaels was going to win the whole thing. And
Shawn Michaels is the best wrestler of all time.
It was a rig and it was a fix. And now that he's not actually going to win the whole thing and it's not a rig and it's not a fix, now you're pissed off about that.
Yeah.
So make up your fucking mind, man.
No.
Fuck it.
So what's our other semi?
Next
final...
week, the other semifinal who will face Edge in the finals of the Rundown Showdown. It is Triple H and Psycho Sid.
Oh. I'm going with Sid. So if you want to vote for Triple H, better start now.
On the side, Sean Marshall says, "Bust out that spinner belt." No.
I say do it.
No
we got a lot of people
belt.
on the side tonight. This is great.
Spinner
A lot of fan participation.
Sal says, "Poor Tommy. That's why I keep my hair gel in the safe." Sean says, "I like that his name is Mike Deal, and he is attempting to actually make deals with you."
Let's make a deal.
To which Mike responds, "Wow, never heard that pun before." I'm assuming that's the tone of voice. I'm assuming that's the tone. Given the 4 periods after the word
Yeah,
before,
I doubt
I'm
it's a.
assuming that's the tone of
Wow,
voice.
I've never heard that pun before. I doubt it's that.
Wow.
All right.
Never heard that pun before. Which brings us. I don't recall Shawn Michaels ever having a live sex show. That's why you lost, buddy. Says Troy.
Well, he was in Playgirl.
That's
Does that
true.
count?
All right, we're going to another segment. This is a segment that has not appeared in the past, and it's actually going to be a little different this time. We used to have a segment called "What's Your Fantasy," which was originally like a fantasy booking thing, but this week it has
peanut butter, a little bit of like chocolate spread, some maraschino cherries, and at least 15 little people. Sorry, the Exotic Express ruined me with my sex life. So,
Edge over Shawn Michaels is worse than R-Truth over Bo Dallas. Thanks, Sean.
I agree, Sean. I agree.
Right.
Why didn't you vote, Sean? Anyway.
All right. So, like I said, What's Your Fantasy used to be it was a fantasy booking segment that we used to do once upon a time, like twice maybe. But there was a news story this week that kind of fit into it perfectly, so I threw it in here instead. So I guess this actually kind of we'll start off with this as the news this week.
Oh my God!
We don't actually have any Dear WWE letters, so.
All right. News it away.
WWE sent out a news survey to their fan council mailing list this week, asking about interest in a new interactive experience that they're considering This fantasy camp is being gauged in 2 potential packages, the first being a 1-day experience at the Performance Center, and the second being it says 3-night, 2-day. I think that's supposed to be the other way around.
Yeah.
Experience. The survey included questions about different levels of interest for each activity and how important it was that airfare, transportation, and hotel were included in the package. Here are the packages. Package number 1. A 1-day VIP experience at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida, which would not involve any physical activity and be limited to 40 fans ages 18 and over, unless accompanied by a parent or legal guardian. It would include unprecedented access to the WWE Performance Center amenities, observe an NXT promo class taught by Dusty Rhodes, which is fucking priceless in and of itself. See what it takes to become a WWE superstar by watching a training session with NXT coaches. Meet NXT superstars, coaches, and WWE legends. Attend a private live event at the WWE Performance Center. And take home WWE Performance Center merchandise. Or package 2. A 3-night, 2-day stay in Orlando, Florida. I think it's backwards still. Hotel accommodations included. That would not involve any physical activity and be limited to 40 fans ages 18 and over unless accompanied by a parent or legal guardian. It would include unprecedented access to the Performance Center amenities, front row seating at an NXT TV taping, NXT promo class taught by Dusty, create your very own promo video, watch the training session with the coaches, attend autograph sessions, Q's and A's, and meet and greets with WWE legends, coaches, and superstars, attend a private live event, take home Performance Center merchandise, get schooled on superstar entrances, ring announcing, managing, and other WWE skills.
That's awesome.
Participate in photo opportunities and an experience inside of a real-life ring. Participate in promo competitions, scavenger hunts, trivia contests, and competitive group events, and have dinner with WWE legends.
I like Troy's suggestion.
I like Troy's
on the side.
too.
That's great. Troy says,
get kicked in the head by Jack Swagger so hard you lose your push.
Oh, that's great. That's interesting, this whole fan experience thing.
I'm intrigued. Like your dog.
That is intriguing. My dog likes it too. He's barking.
Very intrigued.
So,
Sean says, the best possible thing for the rundown happened this past weekend. The box office was dominated by a wrestler and a raccoon.
It's very true, and it was a very good movie.
All right. If it was affordable, which it won't be, I would totally do it, but it won't be, so I can't. So there's that.
There's that.
Yeah.
I want to get a lesson in commentating. That'd be amazing.
I mean, I already
have the experience. I've done it. But
yeah, I mean, I already know that I'm the best ring announcer in the world. So.
Oh, well, I'm the best commentator.
Why they haven't hired me yet, I don't know. But
I don't know either. They should hire us both. We can hang out all the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We could be travel buddies.
Yeah, travel buddies.
In fact, wrestlers in general are now the biggest draws in the world. Batista stars in Guardians of the Galaxy, The Rock stars in Hercules, and Kurt Angle had a cameo in Sharknado 2. Suck it, Earth!
Wait, he did?
Yes.
Did he get eaten by the shark?
I don't know. I didn't watch that movie. You kidding me?
Oh, I've got the first one on my Netflix queue. I just haven't bothered to give it a shot yet.
Wow.
I'm kind of afraid to.
Wow. You should be. You should be very afraid.
I wish my dog would shut up. Anyhow.
Kill it.
Oh my God, no! I love my little Papillon.
Next!
Yo-wa-sha-sha-sha!
The newspaper, the Irish Mirror, which I assume is a tabloid based on this story, has said that Sheamus will play Darth Vader in Star Wars Episode 7.
Lord, what?
Which is currently filming in Ireland. Sheamus has actually appeared as Darth Vader for Star Wars promotional tours in the past. He is currently not listed as a cast member on IMDb, and the Darth Vader character hasn't even been announced for the film. Sheamus's response on Twitter was, quote, I can't confirm that I won't not be reprising the role of Darth Vader in Star Wars. I hope that's clear, Irish Mirror. Winky face.
Winky face. That's interesting.
Mike Deal says maybe a lesson in podcasting would help. How about you shut the fuck up, Mike Deal?
Yeah, where's your podcast, Mike Deal? Fuck off.
Sheamus as Darth Vader. Interesting.
I don't get it.
Only if he brogue kicks C-3PO's head off.
Oh my God! Is that the one with Spock?
Oh, the internet hates you so much right now. Oh, the internet hates you so much.
Let the Q&A flood. Let the Q&A flood.
Oh, Lord. Next!
Washa-sha-sha!
According to WrestleZone, WWE is reportedly making a budget cut that will affect independent wrestlers. The site reports that WWE has reduced the standard payday of independent workers who appear as extras for television from $200 to $100. WWE often selects several local independent performers to be extras on the various TV shows as backstage extras, rosebuds, and other roles. If they are used in a match or a more physically demanding role, the pay is usually more. Word is that pay grade may also be reduced.
That's an interesting bit of... I'd read about that. I think... I always assumed they just gave him a sandwich. Like you could just kind of graze at the...
You're on Raw, enjoy your catering, and shut the fuck up.
Right, yeah. I always assumed that's what it was, but... Yeah, I mean, I guess $100. When you think about the amount that you would make at an actual indie show, it's not 100's still not bad.
Oh, Sean. Adam bought his microphone because Best Buy was having a great mic deal. Stop it.
No, Sean, keep it. Keep going. Keep going. Keep talking. Love it.
Next.
Sha 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 sha.
I'm really hot right now.
Yeah, baby.
Vince Russo is officially done with TNA.
Oh, I didn't know he had a job at all. I assumed he was greeting people at Walmart.
Well, Russo claims that it was suggested that he take a break from the company and quit. PW Insider reports that he was in fact fired by John Gaburick. According to one source, Gaburick jokingly suggested that TNA and Russo no longer be involved, but then got serious and fucking fired him.
He's like,
Russo,
wouldn't it be great if, like, you took a break and you weren't around? No, seriously, get the fuck out.
Russo then used the suggestion part as the basis for his Twitter post. As has been reported, Russo's working with TNA was reportedly part of the problem with Spike TV. As of right now, there is no new deal in place for Impact, but talks are ongoing, as we talked about last week. The site claims that no one in TNA's office knew that the TMZ report was coming because Spike hadn't told any of them that the show wasn't getting renewed. TNA is not only in talks with Spike, but with other outlets as well. Talent agency UTA is handling the negotiations for TNA, and reporting back to the office's Dixie Carter is not personally involved in the talks, and that's probably a good thing.
Hey, would Spike really care who the writers were? Would they know enough about the product? I have a feeling Spike, while obviously probably knowing some things and have some experts, would they know enough to be like, yeah, that guy, I don't want that guy around anymore? Like, would that? I feel like that's bullshit.
It was reported that Spike was very upset that when they found out that Vince Russo was involved and that was being hidden from them. There's a report on his fucking stupid blog, which has a terrible name, which I'm not going to say because I don't want to give it publicity, where Russo talks about how supposedly the only people in TNA that knew that he was involved were him and Dixie and John Gaburick, and that was it. Like supposedly he was told to lie to everyone, and the email that got sent out that kind of outed him because he accidentally sent an email to a dirt sheet guy about with tips for Mike Tenay and Taz on commentary, but
I
Russo
go by
makes a living off this horse shit, so
I go by Bill's theory when it comes to Russo.
He's also a douche, but
Bill and I talk about that, Vince Russo a lot when we talk about like writing a show. He always comes up, and you need someone like Russo writing on the show. You really do. You need someone with that mindset, but you can't have Russo be like the head writer.
Yeah, because you need
Russo.
You need to turn down somebody's ideas.
Yeah, he's going to come up with great ideas. Sometimes that are humorous, that are entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
They're not all going to be winners, but you need someone who's the head writer who can be like, okay, no, you're stupid.
That's the Attitude Era.
Right, you have to have him there, though. I think he could be a great asset.
When Vince Russo is head writer, you get the death of WCW.
CW, absolutely, I agree. But I don't think it's a big deal as long as he's not the head writer.
Sure. On the side, Mike is actually proud of those. He says, "Okay, those were good. So good for you, Sean. You got some good puns in." Will you read Sean Marshall's? I still need Mike to send me money each month. So.
Well, I thought I couldn't. I wonder if it costs $9.98.
Well, you already said it. So I mean,
it's true. I wonder if it costs $9.99.
And then Sean says, Sean Marshall and I are starting a spin-off podcast where we discuss the life and career of HBK. We're calling it Sean and Sean on Sean.
That's awesome. I'd actually listen to that podcast.
That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Speaking of interesting, next.
Whoa!
Terrible segue. This isn't interesting at all.
That's so swap the order and find an interesting one. Quick.
During this week's WWE 2014 Quarter 2 earnings report, there was a lot revealed about the WWE Network. The company will start their international rollout following the announcement of 700,000 subscribers. The network will be coming to Canada via a new deal with Rogers Communications, and there are new pricing options in the U.S. Starting in August, you will be able to purchase a month of the network for $19.99 with no commitment, or you can still get the same price that I'm not allowed to say now for the 6-month commitment. So there you go. Your monthly price is not going up. It is remaining a penny less than $10.
I'm really happy about that because
yes.
I watch the network.
Individual month for $19.99, which is still a deal over buying just the pay-per-views.
Right. So no, absolutely. Good. I think it's a good option. I don't know if the $19.99 is a good option. I mean, I guess if you're in it just for a pay-per-view and you want to test it out, it makes sense. But
right.
I do declare, are you fanning yourself with Chasing Distant Horizons, a book that you can also double as a fan? Do you like my Southern Belle? Was that good?
That's terrible.
tinyurl.com/Distant Horizons, or check it out on Amazon. No, don't use David Tennant. That's use. Well, I guess no, whatever. Yeah. So.
Anyway, so people have been wondering if the WWE would ever offer up a monthly option, but Fear was offering up the service for so cheap when pay-per-view is factored in, with the company cannibalizing their pay-per-view business in order to start the network. It seems that the $19.99 price tag will be a way to please the people that are only interested in the big shows and not the VOD content that the network offers.
I think that will reflect well. Are they going to have that option by SummerSlam?
Well, SummerSlam's in 2 weeks, so no.
Okay, because I think that could be a really big draw for SummerSlam down the road. You know, the big pay-per-views. You know, your Money in the Bank, your WrestleMania, your Royal Rumble.
I'm gonna guess.
I think it's a wise choice.
I'm gonna guess that'll be probably the night after SummerSlam when they announce that.
Okay.
Troy says, "Isn't Sean and Sean on Sean the name of X-Pac's latest porno?" To which Sean Marshall goes, "X-Pac," because that's his thing. So,
actually, it's more like X-Pac. Because the C is lowercase.
So there you go. If for those of you interested in just buying the months of the WWE Network when it's the big four, what's left of the big four pay-per-views, there you go. $20.
Aside from that, also that little tidbit about the fact that it's finally going international. I mean, that's great. WWE's talking about how they want at least 1 million.
There was a list which I would have copied and pasted, but it would take me 6 minutes to read. So go to WWE.com. Somewhere on there is a list of all the countries that it's already available at, that it's going to be available at soon, and that it's not going to be available at all.
You know, I do have to mention too. I just got an email yesterday about it was from WWE Network saying your subscription is about up. Do you want to change your payment plan to auto renew or whatever? So I was like, all right. So I was like, this is going to be a hassle. And all they had me do was click one button, so that's kind of worrisome. I just clicked one button on a web page, and I'm like, congratulations, you are now set up to be renewed.
Ours for life.
Yeah, that's kind of scary. That like you could just do that with one click of a button. You don't have to go in and put in your password or anything. Just one click of a button, and you're done.
You are probably already logged into the website.
I know, but it's still a little worrisome to me. It still worries me just a little bit. Just a bit.
When Tupac Shakur was murdered, he became an X-Pac. Thank you.
Oh, that's gold.
That's why he is on the show. Next. It seems as if WWE may be moving SmackDown back to Thursdays.
Oh, thank the Lord. Not that I watch it live, but thank the Lord.
If a production truck seen outside the arena in wherever the fuck they were in Texas this week would have you believe. A fan at the SmackDown taping Tuesday night spied the show's production trucks and happened to notice something odd about them, mainly that on the side with the picture of the Usos it says Thursday nights, 8/7 Central on Sci-Fi.
Oh, nice. Do you think it'll be a live show?
No. WWE just renewed their deal with NBC Universal back in May, and it's entirely possible that this included a move to Thursday nights, or perhaps they're taking advantage of the rumors that Spike TV is canceling Impact and are moving back to a time slot with more viewers. Whatever the case, should be an interesting turn of events. According to F4WOnline.com, WWE officials have not commented on reports that SmackDown may return to Thursdays. Sci-Fi has not released their fall schedule at this time, but there has been no denial from either side.
Okay, so I got to pipe in here. The move to Thursday is good on a rating standpoint because a lot of people aren't going to watch TV on a Friday night. However, if they're going to go to a Thursday night airing, they need to make it live. And we've talked about this on the show before. You go from Monday Night Raw, where you have from Tuesday up until Monday to write a good show. And then you roll around after Raw, you've got like 24 hours to produce and write a good follow-up show. It's obviously reflected in the quality of SmackDown, where if they put SmackDown live on Thursdays, they could actually have, 3 days to write a good script?
Here's the problem with that. They have to cut $20 million from the budget.
Right. But at the same time, how much more could it possibly cost to go live than just to pre-record and then give the tape in?
Well, consider this. Right now, their schedule does not involve a show on Thursday.
Right, but then they could just move Tuesday over to Thursday.
What JR suggested is what they'll possibly do is go back to having the Monday Super Show tapings.
Oh God!
And taping, doing Raw live, and then taping SmackDown at some point, either before or after. I would presume before, but with it being
a bad idea.
Who knows? But yeah,
That's
because then you'd also have
idea.
to do Superstars and Main Event in there somewhere as well. So
I mean, it'd be great for the fans watching. 7-hour wrestling show. It'd be bad for the wrestlers.
No, it would be bad for the fans watching too. Can you imagine the crowd by the end of SmackDown?
Yeah. Yay! Recap of Stephanie McMahon and Brie Bella. You wouldn't have a crowd by the end, actually, the way that they write it. So we've got a lot of commentary.
Kane's Pyro. Kane's Pyro.
Sean says, "Oh my God, there's a million of them." Sean says, Sean Marshall says WWE is going to be in Philly, taping SmackDown on Tuesday, October 7th. So that tells you that they aren't thinking about possibly a live shift anytime soon.
I could have told you that.
There's that. Sean then says, SmackDown's Thursday on Sci-Fi, and stay tuned for
Yep.
Orcatopus. I can't even say that word.
Orcatopus.
Orcatopus, starring Kurt Angle. Mike says, Adam, how much will he pay each month for life? Obviously referring to my amount that I'm going to be paying for life now.
Now that Andy has been roped in
with one click of the mouse.
With one click of a button to paying for the WWE Network every month for the rest of his living days, he will be paying the same amount as 1998 divided by 2.
You did some quick math there. Nice. Well played, Mr. Jeopardy. He can do math. It's like you're Asian. Our apologies to our Asian listeners. Next.
Wine.
Next.
During the WWE NXT tapings,
I thought you were going to walk Shasha.
During the WWE NXT tapings on July the 31st, WWE COO Triple H announced that the next live special for NXT will be broadcast on the WWE Network on September 11th. Never forget. The special will be a 2-hour show. All of the NXT titles will be defended on the show, and a new NXT general manager will be revealed. So there you go.
What?
Takeover 2.
Wait. Why is JBL getting pushed aside with only being shown twice on the whole show?
Who knows? Maybe because he's busy doing other shit.
That could be very true.
So there you go. Takeover 2 on September 11th.
My question also is, why are
If
they
you
calling it
forget-
Takeover 2?
If you forget that date, you're a tourist. If you forget when Takeover 2 is,
You're a tourist?
Tourist. Tourist.
Why
I
is
don't
it
know. That's,
Takeover 2?
I don't know if that's a working title or an official title. I haven't heard an official.
Because that's really lazy.
I've just heard it
writing.
being
I know that they've
referred to
used up
as
every
Takeover
bad
2.
title,
So,
but
anywho.
they should hire
little changes.
SCW to title their show. They really should.
Let's see. Trying to think of a really offensive name for this show
Oh my
that
God.
SCW would come up with related
For
to
September 11th. Oh
Yeah.
God.
NXT
NXT prevents Tuesday Night Towers.
NXT Talibam. All right. Troy on the side. Troy says, "I got fired, Michael." If you have a really good offensive name for the September 11th NXT special,
Oh, please.
send it to rundownwrestling@gmail.com
Oh, God,
or
we're going
call
to hell.
206-202-6478.
Oh,
206
man, that's
20 angst.
good times. Sean says an octopus.
Oh, there it is. Orctopus.
Octopus. Sorry.
For
For those scoring at home, is a half orca, half octopus, a killer whale with 8 arms. Finally, God will have his revenge on mankind.
Watch out, Mick Foley.
That's nice. Do we have more news?
So I'm just thinking how inappropriate Takeover is for a special on.
That's
September.
honestly
Anyway.
a bad title. Anywho.
Next.
Oh, sha sha sha, la 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 la.
Thank you for ululating.
You're welcome.
IGN has a
Knowing
few
that word.
details on Ukes and 2K's new story mode in WWE 2K15, which will be called 2K Showcase. It will be a more focused and up-close and personal story that will be split into 2 episodes that focus on an epic rivalry from the past.
Sorry, Troy's comment. I apologize.
It is unknown which rivalries will be used in the game yet. My career has been moved over from NBA 2K14 and adapted to the WWE style, and this is what makes me mad. It will only be available on Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Really? They're going to
So-
cut it out of the other...
Yeah,
Game?
my career mode not available on current gen systems, only on the new gen systems.
It's not like they... If it's something they're porting over, it can't be that much space to put... They're also... PlayStation 3 and 4 use Blu-ray. They both use Blu-ray. Like, what's the...
There's just more reason why I need to get myself an Xbox One or a
No,
PS4
you don't
by
need
October.
it. No, stop it.
Maybe I'll add that to my crowdfunding.
Yeah. The
Buy
most
me a new
corrupt
computer.
crowdfunding I've seen.
A new computer and a next gen, a new gen console.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm just moving shit around on my desk here. Okay. Visual Concepts has been doing motion capture for the game for over 50 days with 2K's state-of-the-art facility. WWE superstars spent hours getting their signature moves added, and the game will feature 5 times the animation data. It will also feature 4 times as many lines in commentary, and if you haven't heard before, commentary is going to be remarkable this year because they're actually having Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler recorded at the same time together in the same room.
Can you imagine, like, how they're going to be at the end of that day? Like, I hate you. How many more lines we got to record?
Oh, they already hate each other. IGN also reports that 2K Games has announced a new Hulkamania edition of 2K15,
Oh, what I've always wanted.
also will only be available on the PS4 and the Xbox One. It will cost a penny less than $100 and is limited to 25,000 copies. It includes a copy of WWE 2K15 premium packaging, collectible art card hand-signed by Hulk Hogan, an exclusive Funko Hollywood Hulk Hogan vinyl figure, an actual piece of the ring canvas from Hogan's Monday Night Raw appearance on March 10th of this year, 2 playable pre-order launch exclusive Hulk Hogan characters, and 2 playable pre-order launch exclusive Sting characters, but those are available to everyone.
You know, if Hogan's going to hand sign all 25,000, his hands are going to be really cramped. How is he going to give his daughter those special hugs? Just saying. Anywho. Continuing on.
Gross. WWE presents NXT Inside Job.
I about died. I'm
That's
sorry.
a double pun right there. That's
Well,
a
it
double
was.
pun.
That really is. It's great. Oh, God.
Next.
NXT.
NXT Crash and Burn. Anyway, WrestleZone reports that WWE is considering adding an Intercontinental United States title unification match.
Damn right.
The match was being discussed by WWE over the weekend and would be Miz versus Sheamus versus Dolph in a triple threat match. They have already announced, I do believe, Miz versus Dolph for the Intercontinental title. So I guess there's a chance that they're going to somehow shoehorn Sheamus in there so that they can unify the belts and Sheamus can win them all.
I don't know. I'm kind of wondering if Dolph Ziggler will win if they do that match because of the fact that they've been actually pushing Dolph over the last few weeks.
WWE presents NXT on September 11th featuring a guest appearance by Jack Swagger. Not because he's so pro-America, but because the crowd just wants to say, "Hi, Jack!"
Ah,
Thank you, Sean.
awful. You're so going to hell. That's amazing.
Oh, we already knew that. That's not news.
Uh,
Next.
Washasha! There's a lot of news this week.
Interesting story.
Ooh, I like it.
The WrestleMania 30 TV debut bullshit thing was this past Sunday.
Yeah, my grandmother called me to let me know WrestleMania 30 is going to be on NBC if you want to watch it. I'm like, it's okay, Grandma. Thanks.
That's adorable.
It really was. It was quite adorable.
Bless your grandma.
My grandmother is the same person who had a massive crush on The Undertaker, and I thought for the longest time growing up that he was going to end up being my grandfather.
Oh, that's cute. There's an interesting omission from the special, though. A certain small bearded gentleman who walked out of the show as the fucking champion was not included in the program.
Wait, what? They didn't
Daniel Bryan was not included on NBC's WrestleMania special this past weekend, even though he wrestled in 2 matches and won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
So the main event that pushed Bryan, and I'm not a big Bryan fan, but this irks me a little bit. That pushed Bryan the storybook ending to the entire event and to 9 months of bullshit was not included in the recap NBC.
We didn't watch him. We didn't. Not that I watched the special, but they didn't show him beating Triple H. They didn't show him winning the championship.
What?
I suppose they focused more on John Cena versus Bray Wyatt and the end of the streak, is my guess. That's what I would assume.
How in the world?
And maybe the Battle Royal, but probably not. What's that?
Well, how did they get away with doing that? That's insane.
It's not them. It's whoever edited the fucking program together.
Wow.
At the behest of a certain CEO of the company, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. That guy's got a weird beard. I don't want to put him on the camera. He might scare children.
Will Muhammad Hassan get an NXT title match? Will we see the Iron Sheik named the new GM? All this in a special appearance by Iraqi sympathizer Sergeant Slaughter on NXT Top Flight.
Oh, that's so wrong.
That's not how you abbreviate Sergeant, but that's okay. Try again.
That's all right.
You're the official listener, so we'll forgive it. Next.
Whoa! Shaw.
And finally this week.
Aw, I've been enjoying this.
Strangely, a lot of in-your-house pay-per-views could also have had the same titles as the NXT show on September 11th. International Incident, Buried Alive, Judgment Day, and of course, Ground Zero.
Oh, Sean, you're as tasteless as ever. I love it.
The number of WWE employees being cut appears to be rising. WWE gave an official number of 55, while CNN Money reported that the actual number was 60. Now, WrestleZone reports that it's actually about 82, which would be 8% of staff. They range from those hired this year to someone who's actually been with the company for 20 years, which was hopefully some sort of retirement thing. Cuts were made in several different departments, including accounting, .com, production assistants, and human relations. All All 14 people in on the WWE magazine staff will be released. The October edition will be the last for the magazine, and the contents are finished enough that the staff can be released now.
I'm surprised that it's lasted this long, honestly.
WWE will pay over $4.5 million in severance. The magazine will have been in operation for 30 years. It first began as WWE Victory Magazine in 1984. There is still the possibility that another publisher will pick up the magazine with WWE licensing the magazine name to them. This probably isn't that surprising, as print media has been dwindling down in many forms over the past several years. The Wrestling Observer reports that the company notified subscribers yesterday that the September issue of WWE Kids and the October issue of WWE Magazine will be the final issues, respectively. WWE will contact all subscribers in September regarding refunds over remaining subscription periods. Elsewhere,
well, makes sense.
Elsewhere, Ricardo Rodriguez was released from the WWE this week. The word on why Ricardo left was because WWE didn't have a role for him at the moment. That classic response. We just don't got anything for you. Rodriguez was previously announcing with the Spanish commentating team and working in NXT as El Local, the fat luchador.
The bad luchador.
The feeling backstage is that they didn't need him for Spanish broadcasts, and his size hurt him when it came to being used as a wrestler. PW Insider is also reporting that WWE has released 5 developmental talents, including Garrett Dillon, who is, of course, Captain Comic and just came back to TV like 2 weeks ago. Travis Tyler, Slate Randall, Mac Miles, and Danny Jax. Whoever the fuck those people are.
Well, that's
so there you go. So they said during the call that they were laying off 7% of the staff at headquarters, so that's somewhere between 7 and 8%. So yeah,
it sounds like
gotta save you $20 million in the budget. Remember, if you have ideas for how Vince McMahon can cut the budget, send them to rundownwrestling@gmail.com or call 202-206. Hang on, it's on here somewhere. 206-202-6478. 206-20 angst.
There you go. The magazine was bound to happen.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I mean, oh gosh, and Sean goes back in time and says, "Remember Raw magazine? It had nudie centerfolds. I'm pretty sure I saw the inside of." I'm pretty sure I saw the inside of Terry Reynolds' butthole.
I love how you start reading them out loud before you read them as a whole.
I don't.
You get to that one point and then you just get surprised by something.
I don't want to be shocked. I want to be shocked. I don't want to. I don't want to be ruined and spoiled. Yeah.
So yeah, I think
that does it this week. Doesn't it?
That does it.
Yeah.
For the rundown.
It was a good show. It was. Can I say that this was a very good show today? I really enjoyed it.
2014.
Oh, it's SportsCenter. Here we go.
Yeah, Troy Tulowitzki.
Join us later for the SportsCenter recap.
But it doesn't mean I want out of here. Oh, the Red Sox game started too. It was delayed, I guess. Anyway, that does it for the rundown for this Wednesday, August 6, 2014. 149 days since the Usos won the WWE Tag Team Championship.
Wow, that's really creeping up there.
Lucky Pro Wrestling Summer Sizzle in Clinton, Massachusetts. That's a good Massachusetts. This Saturday, August 9th. Go to luckyprowrestling.weebly.com. APW Saturday, August 16th at the APW Arena at the Newbury Fire Hall in Newbury, Massachusetts. Go to atlanticprowrestling.com. Victory Championship Wrestling VCW Summer Brawl Sunday, August 17th in Wakefield, Massachusetts. Go to vcwlivewire.com. Special start time of 2 p.m. so as not to interfere with SummerSlam. Elk Mania 2 is coming on September 27th. Go to elkmania.com. And Liberty States returns in October. Go to libertystateswrestling.com.
Scott County Wrestling presents their 11th year anniversary, August 9th. That's this Saturday at the Walcott Coliseum in Walcott, Iowa.
Scott County Wrestling presents September 11th.
Bell time 7 p.m. Admission only $8. Come see some good matches. I won't because I'll be at the Bristol Renaissance Fair, but that's just
nerd.
Me. I'm seeing a band with someone that I know in it, so there you go. And I love. I might be wearing, period dress as well, but we'll see.
Nerd, god damn it. Follow us on Twitter at Rundown
Do
Podcast
it.
to watch me live tweet Raw and occasionally SmackDown. We'll do those at the end. Send your feedback, send your Ryback theme song, send your catchphrase suggestions, send your fake sponsors, send your real sponsors, send your Doctor Who Creator Wrestler templates for Pertwee through Hurt, send your questions for me to answer on YouTube, send your suggestions to Vince for budget cuts, and your Dear WWE letters to rundownwrestling@gmail.com or call 206-202-6478 and leave us a voicemail. Once again, 206-20-ANGST.
Indeed.
Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/rundownwrestling. Go to rundown.podomatic.com to make a donation of the monetary variety. There is a PayPal donate button on the right-hand side of the screen if you donate at least $16. And then go to tinyurl.com/distant horizons and pick up a copy of this chapbook. You will be our new official listener.
Are you talking about the chapbook Chasing Distant Horizons, a chapbook of poetry by yours truly? $1.99 will get you this chapbook. Go to tinyurl.com/distant horizons or go over to the old Amazon if that's what you prefer. It's in their Kindle store. Just go to Amazon, type in Chasing Distant Horizons, or type in Sexy Beast, and I'm sure you'll find it. It is available for $1.99
But
currently.
you got to do both. You got to
You gotta do
donate,
both.
and you got to buy the book.
And type in Sexy Beast. Also,
Aaron,
don't forget.
For instance, Troy is our official listener because he donated $15 and he bought the book. Aaron Glass, who I will continuously mock for this, has donated $25, but has not bought the book. So he's.
But
not an
apparently
official
doesn't like
listener.
poetry, and if he doesn't like poetry, well, what's wrong with you?
What a dick.
What a dick. Also, if you're interested in other podcasts that aren't wrestling related, coming soon is the Shadow Vein podcast, shadowvane.net. That's shadowvane.net. Or you can follow us on Twitter at shadowvanecast. That's shadowvane.net. Hopefully by September we'll have our first podcast up and ready to go. Creepy storytelling radio drama in the vein of kind of a War of the Worlds, Welcome to Night Vale, Sayer, that sort of thing. So, by the way, I checked out that zombie podcast, and I'm kind of hooked, by the way.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I told you. Watch our archived episodes on YouTube at youtube.com/rundownpodcast and circle me on Google Plus at google.com/+AdamRundownHost. Check out our blog at rundownwrestling.blogspot.com. Official listener Troy submitted his first of what is hopefully an infinite amount of NXT weekly rankings. That is our one feature on the blog so far.
I'm working on
So
something, don't
check
worry.
that out. I was going to post your live tweet transcript from when you watched that episode of Raw from '95, but I forgot to get screenshots and then I just forgot. So that's
Way to go, jackass.
well, yeah. Anyway. So tinyurl.com/distant horizons to buy the chapbook. Search for us on iTunes under the Rundown Wrestling Podcast. If you subscribe, you get the podcast delivered to you absolutely free each and every week for $0.00. If you cannot afford a donation of the monetary variety, you can go to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review because that helps other people find us. Also, if you leave a text review, it will be read on air with your name and your review like these fine people.
Seriously, go to iTunes. It takes like 3 seconds.
To the side, Sean says, Shadow Vane is the Undertaker and Kane's long-lost third brother.
It could possibly be. You got to tune in to find out. Follow us on Twitter.
And Doctor Who, did Jim Neidhart finally complete his postgraduate education? Very nice.
Well played. Well played.
Mike Deal says, crap, Adam isn't going to say, is he? Guess I'll need to give him $10. Shit, yeah.
We'd appreciate it. And keep the podcast running.
One more plug, says Sean. On September 11th, NXT will air old footage of the tag match between the Twin Towers and Demolition.
Oh, that's awful.
And Sean Marshall says, bravo, gents. Now bring in the belt. Give me just a moment here.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, I will mention. Oh my God, crotch shot! Oh my God, my eyes! Once again, don't forget. Probably on Thursday, I will be posting the survey. It'll be a Google Docs survey. I'll be posting on all the avenues to find. Give us some feedback. I mean, it won't take you more than a couple minutes. We would appreciate the feedback so we can make this podcast exactly what you want. There's things and suggestions of what we're doing that you like, what you don't like. we want to know because we want to make it the best possible wrestling show out there, and eventually surpass shows like Steve Austin and Chris Jericho and JR on the old podcast rankings. So.
Yeah,
it's good to dream.
My computer is really fucking hot. Holy shit!
That's a great title right there.
Thanks to Tegan Brown for the logo. Thanks to everyone for listening. Thanks to, let's see, make sure I don't forget anybody, Troy and Mike and Sean and Sal. I think that's everyone, right?
And Troy. And
I
you said
Troy. I said Troy first. He's our official listener. Of course I said Troy.
Mike and Sean and Mike. Okay, I'm running through. We had a lot of commentary on the side.
It's great. I love it.
It is amazing. I like it too.
Sean Marshall says, that looks familiar. Yeah, I took this to work on Friday because I promised Sean that I would bring it to work with Sean. And he wore it. He wore it all day.
That you have
I'm not
the
lying.
best boss ever.
He wore it all day.
Best boss ever. That's amazing.
He conducted a job interview.
Wearing the belts.
And at least he took it into the room and put it on the table. So
that is the most amazing thing ever.
Yes. Thanks.
Is that I can't really tell. Is that the world title or Intercontinental?
This is not okay. Sean says, why do they call that belt the Winged Eagle? This is not the Winged Eagle. The Winged Eagle is the one before this, the one that Shawn Michaels had leading into WrestleMania up until WrestleMania 14. Have you ever seen an eagle without wings? That's like saying the necked giraffe. It's called the wing. Never mind. Just fucking. You're just fucking joking around so you can eat a bag of dicks. Thanks to Andrew.
You are welcome, my friend.
And thanks to I Fight Dragons at ifightdragons.com for the theme song. Next week, we find Ghost Bear. We find out which other participant moves to the finals of the Rundown Showdown.
Shawn Michaels, you dicks.
Don't whine. You complained about it, and now it's happened, and it's your fault.
True.
All right,
you
happy? Plus, SummerSlam predictions next week. Plus, we speak with Fandango, who'll tell us exactly where his career went wrong. And as always, I got nothing. Jacob, etc. Good night, etc.
Oh, I'm so afraid of change. I like it too, but I hate it. It's so scary. Fandango, being to my room to cry.
You fucking puss.
See ya. And stop. Oh, what a show! That was a great show.
Yay! I'm gonna put this
proud
back
of
up
that
on the
one.
wall
That
now
was
so you can look at my crotch again.
That was a what? Crotch time!
What the shit is going on?
Let's see. File, save project as. Save it as Crotch. There's an SCW wrestler named Crotch.
Of course there is. Welcome to the after show, everyone.
Hey, it's the after show. We're gonna do interviews with people.
We're not.
Sean, tell me, what does it feel like ramming your hand up the ass of a raccoon at least every time you appear on the show, and when you're in bed with your wife? We'll wait for the response.
Weird.
Do you think she if things are getting kind of boring in the bedroom, like she's like, hey, could you do you think you can get the puppet? Like I kind of want to feel the puppet. Like do you think that happens? She's like I
don't want to think about that because I've had my hand up that.
Wait, what? Oh, wait! Oh, I thought you meant his wife. All right.
The puppet. Watch it. The puppet.
Oh my. Woo!
Mike says, look for your $10 in the next few days. I get paid on Friday. Damn
nice.
Right. If you contribute at least $16 and buy the book, you'll be the official listener.
Mike, Chasing Distant Horizons. Get it at the tiny URL link. I get much more money. Bill bought it at the Amazon, and I got 70 cents. 70.
That's why I don't talk about Amazon.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I guess I'm 70 cents more. I'm richer than I was before.
John says, "Don't be ridiculous. I don't have a wife."
Whatever you want to call her. House slave.
Live in
Princess Leia
something.
something.
Where is the
Hand
TV
puppet.
remote?
Did you call your wife a hand puppet? Anyway, sorry. Girlfriend, sorry.
Getting creepy after dark.
It is, and it's dark here too, so we can officially call it After Dark. We should call that instead of the after show. It's Rundown After Dark. Tell me all about
After dark.
Tell me all about your secret sex lives.
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Mike says, why would I ever want to be the official listener? I would give $14.99 and buy the book just to stay under the official tag. Hey, if you want to buy the book, I am okay with it.
Now, Mike, I do want to remind you that according to the stipulation you provided earlier, it wasn't just the $10 once. It was per month. If we would stop saying per month, you would pay per month. That is what you said.
Is that what you said?
I just want to bring that up.
Let the man at least get another paycheck before he starts. A bunch of money. Although costs us what, $10 a month to host a show, something like that.
It does. It's $10 a month for the hosting on Podomatic with our current deal. We could upgrade if we wanted to get more storage and more bandwidth, so that I could have more episodes online at a time. Because we don't ever go anywhere near the bandwidth limit on Podomatic. It's the storage that's the issue. Which is why, so every time I upload an episode, I have to delete an episode.
Gotcha. That kind of stinks, actually.
But all the episodes that are on Podomatic are now available on iTunes. For a while, it was just like the most recent 15. But now I think if we've had enough downloads or something, or enough listens on iTunes or whatever, now all the episodes that are in the feed are available through iTunes.
Oh, that's good.
But like I said, each week when I upload an episode, I have to delete an episode so that I don't go over the storage limit on the account, because there's only a 2 gig storage limit on the account. So,
gotcha. Is there a way to keep the audio quality but downgrade the kind of truncate the storage, like the space of the podcast?
I have started saving them through GarageBand on low quality MP3.
Oh, really?
To keep the file sizes down.
How much does
because
that
when GarageBand upgraded itself to 12 or whatever the fuck it's on now,
yeah,
the file sizes increased quite a bit.
Could you go back and reinstall the last?
I ended up doing that because I only did it for the first episode. Because it was all of a sudden it was like taking up half the storage with one episode.
Wow, that's insane.
But yeah, my co-host did not screw it up. He may have screwed it up for him, but it did not screw it up for me. So you still owe me that certain amount per month. I was told.
Chasing Dissonance, a chapbook of poetry by myself. tinyurl.com/Distant Horizons, and go to Twitter and add @ShadowVaneCast if you haven't, and check out shadowvane.net, which isn't much up there yet, but you can see a weird creepy picture of me in black and white, so there's that.
Ooh. Sean says, coming soon exclusively to the Rundown app. Like we have a fucking app.
Wait, we have an app?
The Lost Episodes. Trust me, nobody wants to listen to the real Lost Episodes, the one from
I kind of do.
Way back in the day.
I'm episode curious.
Sean Marshall is suggesting a new segment, Mud's Moment. I don't know what that means, but if you record a sample and send it to me, I'll see if I want to put it on the podcast or not.
Or you could just call the hotline and he's going to play it.
You could do that. You could just leave us a voicemail every week at 206-202-6478.
206-20 Oh, yeah. We didn't get one from Chris this week.
We didn't hear from Chris this week, but we did hear from your buddy Tommy. So
my favorite.
I'm just being nice to give you one. All right, Mike, fine.
God, Mike, you're acting like we're asking for handouts. Jeez.
When we're totally asking you for handouts.
I am on the Twitters. Or on the Twitters. I'm on the Twitters. I'm at Lemon Nerd Boy. I'm on the Skypes.
Oh, all right. So with that, I think that's a good place to end the post show.
It is. We got a good post. Good posting.
And I don't know why it's only showing me and not Andrew, and Andrew talks something about the new Hangout that's fucked up. So maybe by next week they'll have it fixed. We'll find out.
And you'll get to see my beautiful face once again.
So with that, good night, everyone.
I'll see you later. Take
That's
it.
right. That's right, Sean Marshall. 206-20 angst.
Absolutely. Call in.
206-202-6478.
I don't want to upgrade.
Let me go
Skype.
back to my Mr. Kennedy shirt. And say.
Mike says I'm the better deal maker.
Did
He's a better
Bogdan
deal
from
maker.
Moldova call in this week? No, Bogdan from Moldova did not call in this week.
And Sean says, and I am at Lemon Party Nerd Boy.
Gross.